It's really cool to just have people in their 20s in general on this platform to, talk about real life shit that people who are 20 years old, have to deal with.
Good afternoon, everyone that's tuned into ISD this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. You are here with Devonn
and Pierce.
Vontrell.
How you gentlemen feeling today?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I got hella sleep. I haven't been sleeping a lot for no reason but my own. Like, cause I'll be waking up at 9, or 8 o'clock to go to work at 9 and shit. But I go to bed at 2 o'clock. I'm just in my room watching TV. So I'm like, what am I doing? So it was nice to get some sleep. So, but I gotta stop that. I don't know. I really have no idea why I do that, to be honest with you.
Same, bro. I literally almost had to pass on an event I went to on Saturday because I was just fucking tired. I was just gassed, bro, for no reason. There's reason because I'll be up late, but I'll be up late on the phone. That's my thing when it comes to me and sleeping lately. But just staying up out of nowhere, waking up the next day, you feel kind of stupid. Why the fuck did I stay up?
Bro, all the time, man. But for me, it's not even my phone. I can give a fuck about my phone at night. It's because I'm watching this new show on Netflix, right? Called The Last Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I don't want to not watch it. So it's getting to 12:30. I'm like, all right, I can watch another episode. And each episode's an hour long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to. It's just interesting. It's an interesting ass show. So, I just stay up watching it. But I got to stop doing that, man. I'm sure I will eventually at some point.
What's that about?
All right, so it's based in medieval England, right? And it's kind of hard to explain because there's so much shit that's going on right now. But basically, there's this guy who was the heir to a throne in one of the kingdoms, and then the Danes came and fucked him up. He saw his dad die, pretty gruesome actually too. And then the Danes took him under their wing and raised him as that. So he's now a Saxon and a pagan, so a Christian and a pagan, I guess.
That's not some shit you really have to watch to get into because I'm already confused, low key.
Yeah, bro.
When you talk about titles and royalty and family clans and shit, I just get lost.
Yeah, man, bro. But I'm telling you, if you got any time today, if any of you got any time today, just watch the first episode because it's just so fucking good. And there's so much shit that's going on, and there's twists and turns, and there's backstabbing, and then there's revenge. I'm just like, oh my god.
So, what's it called?
The Last Kingdom.
The Last
4
Kingdom.
seasons long. Each episode's an hour long. So.
And low key, when I be on Netflix, I'll be watching shit and it's good. I'll be like, man, is it about to disappear? It's so I feel like I gotta watch it right away because Netflix just randomly takes stuff off.
High key. Whenever I'm watching shit on Netflix and I find a good show, as much as I want to just binge this show, you know what I'm saying? I try to find other shows to watch too. Cause for me, I like elongating the experience, I don't want to finish the whole show in a week and then I'm like, okay, well, what do I watch now? You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to look forward to shit. So I try to get a lineup of 2, 3, 4 shows, that I could watch interchangeably. So I got that. One Piece is on Netflix, so I've been watching that. There's this new it's not a cooking show, it's a cooking anime. It's kind of cool.
Ooh,
yeah,
you said the magic words.
But it's a little it's super sexual too, which is weird. It's weird. But then because the show's good, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is cool. And the cooking, because I like cooking, so I'm into it. And then they get to to some scenes, I'm like, this is kind of soft porn almost. What I'm watching right now, but I guess if you could look past that, it's pretty decent. But
the thing is with anime and Vontrell, I don't know how you feel about anime, but the thing is with anime, bro, is that a lot of the characters you see in anime are 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, bro, all these kids are in high school.
You know what I'm saying? And it gets so weird to me. I'll be like, I can't really enjoy this because I don't know how old this girl, is she what the fuck? Why? They sexualize everything in anime.
Everything.
There's always a sex joke. And sometimes it really does suck and distract from it because it's just oh, you had a crush on me. Oh, you made me feel this way. And they find different ways to mask saying being horny or whatever, and it's just weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that part about it really does turn me off about it because you got some real weirdos.
I mean, I'm sure there aren't every single. Cause I've watched somewhere it's not like that,
Oh yeah, of course.
Where it's very minimal.
Yeah, like Bleach.
And yeah, exactly. Like, but there's one on Netflix called Beastars, right?
Mm-hmm.
The show itself, I feel like, is pretty good, but like all the characters are animals, right? But they got like human bodies, but like the head of them is the animal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then like there's still there's predators, and then there's like not victims, but you know the non meat eating animals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the predators still have urges to eat, you know, the other animals. So it's like this whole thing, but there's multiple scenes in that show where they're basically just depicting the two characters having sex, right? But they're animals and they're in high school. So it's like, what am I watching right now? And there's so many scenes. I'm just like, this is low-key the weirdest shit. And I'm pretty sure I found out somewhere that the creator of it's a furry, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they have like different like fetishes and waifus or whatever it's called.
Because it's like a furry is like when they're like they dress up in like the like animal costumes and shit like that, and that's what they're into. I don't know. It's kind of really fucking weird, but like if it makes so much sense knowing that and then watching the show and you're like, oh, because as I was watching, I'm like, there's whoever made this had to have been into something weird because like. I don't know, man. It's just weird. But my question is then, you know, and maybe it's just because I'm not as well versed in when it comes to anime and stuff. But why are all these characters? Why is it always high school? It's always high school. Yeah. Like, why can't they just be like college or adult? And I'm sure there's
the Japanese culture relate more to younger characters. So I don't know if you guys like know, like really for real, none of the Marvel movies did well in Tokyo or Japan or China, but the Spider-Man movie did. So they just like younger characters for some reason. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that's super weird. Especially when they're getting in certain situations where it's like you're just watching kids have sex at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like I don't know. But that's the culture over there. You know?
Anime.
That's not even saying like that's the culture. Like they like watching little kids have sex. Like that's just how it is, I guess. You know, I'm not. It's just a little.
But the sexualization of these borderline 18, 17-year-olds, something that's always been there, and it's crazy. Like anime, like the animes that really work to me are the animes where they don't sexualize a lot of things, because sexualization is such a pillar in anime. As weird as that sounds, it's not pillar, but it's in like every single thing.
That's so it's like everything though, man. I mean, even sorry for cutting you off, but even good, like in America, I mean, there's plenty of times where like you're watching a show or whatever, and like they're supposed to be high schoolers. Obviously, they're not, but they're supposed to be high schoolers. And then there's a sex scene. Like there's a show on Netflix called Sex Education, and they're high schoolers, and there's all types of sex.
I mean, Big Mouth is about kids going through puberty. So
literally, you're seeing little cartoon dicks and shit, and it's just like, what is going on? So it's not a Japanese thing. I think it's just an entertainment thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason, like I feel like high schoolers get put into a lot of sex situations, you know, and then we're forced to watch. Like, and this is the thing. Obviously, that shit goes on in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that everyone's just like, you know, nice and clean in high school. Of course not. Like, kids have sex in high school. I get that, but I feel like you don't always have to show it. Like, you can like, you know, hint at it. You know what I'm saying? Or you could work around it to make so the viewers still know that they had sex, but I don't need to see a 3-minute montage of you guys breathing heavy and shit, and you know, I was like, I don't really want to see that. I don't know, man. Sometimes sex scenes are just like, I feel like they're almost unnecessary in the whatever I'm watching. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Definitely. So moving on from that, what do we have for the glow up? Our segment where we talk about different things that we're doing to develop ourselves. Actually, I called it moving on up. What segments do we have anything for moving on up this week?
I just moved out of my place, so the studio is a wrap. I literally just got done doing that. That's what I was doing when I was like, all right, I need like 1:30 with it, but I literally just got done. So everything is done. I turn my keys in the morning, and I start my stay at my parents' house for the week. So
nice.
How's that gonna be?
I mean, it just started. Like, it literally just started, but I don't think it's gonna be bad. All my stuff is packed up nicely and put away. And the 10th to be here before you know it. So
100%. Oh yeah, sorry. I talked to them this morning. I got to get more information. Since we'll be roommates. Whoa.
That's gonna be fun. What do you guys? Any plans for your first week in the apartment? You're gonna
right now. My plan is to close the door. I'm just over it. I'm over everything right now.
Move in, close the door. Nothing for real. I mean, if anything, we'll have like maybe like one person over. But our first week, I think we finna chill, honestly, and just
Definitely.
I'm just finna be by myself, probably to my room. I'll see you when I see you, Vontrell type shit.
I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I'm over everything right now. I've been up since 8. I'm lying. No, I did wake up. I woke up at 4. I had a little action this morning, and then I went to sleep. And then my friend Darius, shout outs to him because he helped me move. He was at my house at like 8 o'clock, but I didn't get up until like 9. I was salty because I was like, oh my God, my fault. But we got everything done. I guess I had more stuff than I realized. I was like, oh, I'm thinking it was just going to be a one-stop shop. No, it was 3 trips. So I was like, okay, all right. So, yeah.
What kind of car did you use?
His Jeep. We just put everything in his Jeep. And that was that. That was that. But it really wasn't much. I mean, I threw my table away. My couch is at his house. And then everything else is here in my parents' garage, like my clothes, my TV, and stuff like that. So my games and whatnot. So yeah,
good deal. Now, how do you feel now that your stay in the studio is over?
It's weird. It's definitely weird because I've grown so accustomed to my own company, and now I'm back at my parents' house for the week, and then I'm moving in to a place with a roommate. I have to adjust again. So it's weird. It's weird. I miss it already.
Really? Because you used to be like, I hate this place.
I hated the place, but I enjoyed my own company. I enjoyed, letting my guard completely down. I was at home. It was just me. Like, I didn't have nobody to worry about. I didn't have to be considerate of no one else. I don't have to worry about anything. So, but I'm gonna cut it short though, because it's getting loud over here. So yeah.
I got you. Well, man, I'm happy that you're out of there. We're moving to a different situation. I'm geeked. I feel like this is like one of my first big like adult moves. I mean, I got the title of my car is officially mine now, not in my parents' name, my name. I am, like I said, about to move out. I got my own like renter's insurance. Like, I'm really out here doing some adult shit, bro. So it definitely feels different. It feels different to be able to step into my own and start taking care of things by myself. So I'm geeked and I'm really looking forward to it, man. I am. You got anything, Pierce?
I don't got shit, man. I've been doing the same for a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working on my plan to get out type shit. So I'm just trying to figure out the types of moves I need to make. You know what I'm saying? But a new gym opened up down the street from my crib, and I'm geeked because it's
what?
Yes, bro. It's low key nice. I've been in there twice already. It's just a good ass gym, man. It's not open 24 hours yet, but it's gonna be in I think in a week or so. And they got like meal preps and shit over there, and it's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. I haven't hit the gym and I don't even know. My body hurts, but it's a good hurt though. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't felt like that type of workout pain in a minute. So it's nice. So I guess that's something. I've lost a lot of weight. I weighed myself yesterday. I'm 188 pounds.
Jesus Christ. You was like a sick person. You was 200 pounds for a week. I was
like 202, 205 pounds in the middle of quarantine, bro. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like my stomach's bigger. Yeah. So then I've just lost. By high key, I think it's because I'm for work. I'm just walking. I'm literally in the sun, walking, sweating all day long. So if I'm not losing weight doing that, then I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's not too bad, man. But that's pretty much all I've been doing, to be honest with you, is working, and just trying to make money at the moment.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. All right, moving on. We're going to move on to the miscellaneous section where we talk about different things that have happened across the culture. First thing I want to get into is our Kanye news. Now, Kanye has collaborated with Gap.
Who wears Gap, though? Are y'all wearing Gap?
I ain't gonna lie. Depending on what this look like,
listen,
I might wear some Gap.
That's if it's
Gap's
affordable.
got some nice clothes. All right, that's the whole point. That's the whole
Gap
point.
do
Of
have
doing
some
it.
nice clothes. Like
The
I
whole point
had
of
a
them
Gap
doing
puffer
it is
vest, and it was everything. It was green, and I was the shit in it. So Gap do got some cute clothes,
people just
but
like to shit on Gap because it's Gap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I
Man,
wasn't shitting on it. I'm just saying
no,
it was just
no,
I don't
random.
know.
Like that's
bro,
all.
no, because he even said this is a while ago though, but he wanted Yeezys and shit to be available to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And although at first it was, you know, a little bit more exclusive, this and that, you can see that he's been working his way to doing that. I mean, now Yeezys, the shoe itself, at least, are a lot more. You see them a lot more.
Accessible, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like you got to be the first one in line or you got to be the first one awake to, you know, click it and get it into your cart type shit. So him doing this with Gap, I mean, yeah, and like you said, however expensive it is going to be, I can't imagine it's going to be expensive because I mean, Gap's not that expensive. So why would they start coming out with like crazy ass expensive clothes? But I mean, his whole goal was to just he wants everyone to be able to get it, you know. So although I wasn't expecting it right now, but like it makes a lot of sense. Like I'm not surprised about it. I just didn't know this was kind of in the works. But I guess that's the whole point, is to kind of keep it under wraps. So I think it's kind of cool, to be honest. I wonder if it's just like a one time thing, like a pop up shop type of thing, or if it's going to be like a line of clothes. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just a one time thing. I don't think it'll be a line of thing. It's like, you know, when H&M do those partner design things, like they did one with Bono. They did one with Ballman. They did one with Moschino. They did one with Kenzo. So it's probably one of those type things. It might open the door for other people to link with Gap.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, I imagine, however, like how successful it is, you know, because the clothes
it's gonna sell out regardless. I mean, let's be real.
That's gonna fucking suck though, because this is gonna be a bunch of resellers buying everything up and then selling it for more.
Yeah,
it's not even the whole point is to allow people to get it, not for, I don't know, man. But
and then on top of that, online is already sold out. So for those of y'all who shop online, don't even, unless you're one of those
I didn't get a chance to look at the collection. I don't know what came out.
No, but I'm saying it's gonna be an online collection as well as an in-store collection. So it's all like, oh, that's what I'm saying. Like that shit is already sold out. Like that stuff sells out so fast. I was in the waiting room for Ivy Park, and do you know, like as soon as I refreshed it like sold out. I couldn't get nothing but some socks. And I'm like, what did I want? Some socks. I wanted some shoes. I wanted a jacket, a shirt. Like, I wanted an actual sweatsuit because, you know, I don't have any sweatsuits. So my first sweatsuit was going to be a Ivy Park sweatsuit. It was irritating. It was just very irritating. Like, I hate the online people who are in the waiting rooms all day, every day and buying up everything.
Yeah, that shit whack. Now, you guys said it could be a short-term thing. There's deals for 10 years.
Oh, well, never mind. Yeah.
Yes, Kanye West and Gap struck a 10-year deal for Yeezy Gap apparel line. So yeah, it's gonna be here for a long time. We damn near, some of us may have kids by the time this line ends. So damn,
I doubt I'll have kids in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
I know, because that's all by choice. For me,
you could choose to have some kids. You could choose to have some kids.
Right, which y'all gonna slip up. So
no, but you could choose to have some
kids. Why would you put that on us?
Right.
How would you put that in us?
I mean, if it's good enough and make you nut, I don't know what else to say.
I ain't even got nothing inside of it. You're tweaking. Why would you say that?
For me to not pull out.
Right. Ain't nothing that good right now.
Who knows? A lot can happen in 10 years.
But you should be wearing condoms anyway. I mean,
100%.
Say like I wear condoms all the fucking time. So sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like shit afterward. I'm like, God damn it, man, what am I doing?
I can't even risk it. It's condoms all day, every day. Over here, man, like over here.
It's a smart thing to do.
Because, bro, like when you go raw, that post nut clarity is like, oh my fucking God, what did I just do?
Like even if I pulled out and was sitting there for 10 minutes trying to get some shit off, I'd still be like, what if something came out before I pulled out?
Yeah.
No worries. I've been active all week and it's been nothing but condoms and it's been nothing but fun. So
living your best life.
Period. I got to get it all out before I move in. So I'm good. I'm
you're
good.
funny. I told you, bro. I don't care if you bring someone.
I know you don't. But even when I was staying with my first roommate, and he could attest to this, I just didn't have sex in the house. Like I don't want you to come home. I know, but I don't want you to come home and hearing a grown man getting cracked. Like I just don't want you to. Right? I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
I mean, that's just what it is. I mean,
I know that, but I'm just
and hearing Devonn
But that's different though. That's I guess that's normal, I should say.
That's hypocritical. That's hypocritical and low key. I'm not trying to say it's not homophobic, but it's backwards, bro. Like you're okay with hearing me.
And then what's crazy is I don't even think I'll be hearing you. Like I'm like I already know how this is gonna go. Like I already know how this is gonna go.
All right, what are you screaming in there? Yes. Yeah. No, come on.
And then on top of that, I'm not trying to hear you, so I don't think I am gonna hear you. Like, that's because once we move in, I'm flipping my car, and once I flip my car, I'm on road. Like it's over with.
We're gonna have to come up with a proper system.
All you gotta do is tell me you got company, and if you know for a fact that you are doing it, all you gotta say is I got company, bro, and I'd be like, okay, cool. That's that. I mean, but I'm really not gonna be at home as much because it's not just my place, so I can't just be sitting there. So
yeah, you can. It is your place.
But it's not just me there. It's not just me there. I'm weird. I am weird. I am just weird. It was like that with Darius, and I'm not even being contradictory. It's just I was like this with Darius, and it's gonna be the same thing with you. Like Darius cannot say he heard me doing anything. He never saw a dude come to the house. He never any of that. But trust and believe, when you gone, I'm wilding. Because that's what it was with him. It's a comfort thing. Like I'm just more comfortable not being seen. Like that's all.
All right, man. Hey, I completely respect it. Just know, but if I wake up one day and I hear some,
you won't. You will not.
I'm not gonna care. I promise you. I mean, now when you walk out the room, I'm gonna hit you with a look like, oh yeah.
Please don't, because if that does happen, I'm gonna let you know. Like, bro, stay in your room. This nigga finna leave. Like, and that's just gonna be that.
Damn, are you ashamed of me? This shit crazy.
No, I'm not ashamed of nothing to no one. It's just real hoes move in silence, and that's just period. Like, I'm still finna be a thief in the night. I'm still finna creep. Okay. I mean, that's just it. That's just that.
Don't be bringing back no goddamn weirdos. You gotta screen them first.
No, oh my god, the dude from this morning, I swear to God, y'all, he was a drug dealer. Like he smelled like new drug money.
Got you some new drug dick, huh? So that's why you was late to record today.
Right. No, I was late to the recording because I was moving. If y'all heard me when I first said it, I said I got some action this morning, and then I went to sleep.
He was getting moved.
Okay.
He was late. There was definitely some moving going on. He was moving you. That's the motherfucking problem. That's why you was late. Getting your buns cracked. We sitting there trying to be successful while you out here getting some illegal penis. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I got cracked at 4:00 this morning. So
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Are you awake or did you wake up?
I woke up at like 3 and I had like a boatload of messages, and honestly, he been chasing me for a while. So I was like, okay, I'm horny. Why not? So he came over. I had the wraps, the condoms or whatever. We blew one, and that was just that. And yeah,
y'all blew. He blew you. It's over.
No, we smoked, nigga. Quit playing with me.
I know.
I don't do fellatio. It doesn't belong to me. So
here we go.
Because that's a talent, and I'm not finna do that to just everybody. Like you gotta
practice makes perfect, though. You know, I mean.
Oh, I know. I've definitely had years of practice. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 16. I didn't just wake. I was never doing it. I just stopped doing it now that I'm an adult and I don't want any and everyone in my mouth. So
that's real.
Yeah. But none of that happened. We just chilled. He spoke, but he kind of turned me off a little bit because I don't like messing with people who are unavailable. And he was like, damn, I'm late to go pick up my girl. I was like, oh,
girl. Oh, man.
Wow. Why? I thought you were done with DL dudes.
I thought I was too. I didn't know he was DL like that. Because, I mean,
he was DL. He was DL to you too? Goddamn.
Can't be, because you got your profile picture all out. You've been chasing me for a minute. Like, can't be that DL, but... He said that to me this morning, and I was shook. I had to pray and go to bed because I was like, "No, Lord, I don't want to partake in the adultery." Yeah, the adultery. But anyway, y'all want to talk about new music? Because
no, we started coming out.
On this topic, we still talking about this right here.
Right. We think if we let this shit slide, we should have fry your ass right now because you was late.
I wasn't late.
But you want to?
I was doing grown man things. I had grown man business to take care of today.
You were doing some grown man things.
It was. Yeah, it was. All grown man. What?
Yeah, you was doing a lot of grown man shit.
Period. And taking them down too. Yep.
Oh wow. Oh. Okay.
All of that.
So you top and bottom, both sides of the fraction.
It's a party.
And you got divided too. But you was
that means I have options and choices. So if I want to be a top one day, I can be a top. If I want to be a bottom one day, I can be a bottom. If I just want to be a full-on nigga and just get some fellatio and not touch anything or be bothered, I could do that too. We got options over here. So yeah.
So you have multiple options on the menu.
Yeah, like I said, being gay is fun until you want to be in a relationship. Yeah, tell me
it's really morbid to say, but it really does fucking suck.
Yeah. So, new music?
No, we're still miscellaneous. No. We should stay on you, but I'm gonna let you go because obviously you want to go off of that. Anyway.
Just, you know.
Now, how do we? What's up?
Go ahead.
How do we feel about Kanye West as a brand? Like, do you think people are still going crazy checking for Kanye? Obviously, the response was great.
Checking for Kanye?
People are always checking for Kanye. Let's be real. And I don't know if you guys saw, but he just released a video from the college dropout, and I forget what the name was.
Spaceships.
Yes, Spaceships. He just released a video, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty dope," and it's just nostalgic to see. So I was like, "Okay," I was here for it. So I'm here with Kanye brand. Like I said, I love his wife. I love the kids. You know, he's a vibe. He's a mood. You know.
Yeah, I guess I'm still checking for Kanye. I'm still a Kanye fan. I've been a Kanye fan.
Period.
So I mean, I'm always looking forward.
Never canceled over here.
Never was, and now that everyone's uncanceled him because nobody can fucking think for themselves, and now he's back doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, I think people are still looking for him. I mean, people still want the music. People still, you saw how big news the Gap thing was. You know what I'm saying? Like we're sitting here talking about it, type shit. I mean, he's dropping new music soon. So yeah, man, he's gonna be talked about for a long ass time. I don't think anybody's got to worry about that unless he were to just fall the fuck off,
And then you can't even be surprised when he do something like wild anymore, because at this point you just say it's Kanye, and that doesn't give him an excuse to do whatever it is he's doing. But at some point you have to separate him from his music, and because at the end of the day he's still a person. So you could still be into Kanye musically and stuff like that, but you don't have to necessarily agree with him as a person. Talented musically, as an artist, as a designer and stuff, I like what he's presented, and I rock with it. So that's just that.
I feel the same. My first musical experience was graduation, so I can never sit here and say I'm gonna cancel Kanye or do something like that. So especially off of one, I think cancel people is dumb, because canceling is kind of a groupthink thing if you really think about it, not individual. But whatever. I'm never gonna cancel Kanye personally. It's just that it just goes to show you how, like you said, Pierce, how weak-minded people can be, and once you give them something that they may want, or once you disappear for a while, let all that anger go away. When you come back, everything's all good. Just like you get into a fight with somebody, you walk away, you give it some space, you let it breathe, and then you come back out of nowhere. Before this happened, we didn't really hear from Kanye, besides the donation he made when the majority of the protests were going on. But after he dropped Jesus is King, and then did that video with Kid Cudi, that was about it. So I'm happy to see him coming back. I think his timing is good. The thing is with Kanye is that because he's so big and he's done so much, any time in his time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like Kanye can never really have poor timing, because as soon as he says anything or does anything, the whole world stops.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Want to see what he's doing or what he had to say or what he's done now.
Exactly. So, one thing I'm looking forward to is this album with Dr. Dre, God's Country. I hope that's going to be really good. Jesus King was really mid, but I do feel like this album is going to be something special.
Are we talking about music now?
No, we're still talking about Kanye. Shit.
All right.
Relax. I literally put the notes in there, but you too busy.
I know. I saw that. But you started talking about music, so I figured you was finna venture off into music. But go ahead, continue. Come on, run it.
Yeah, shut up. Anyway, so yeah. Now I'm looking forward to that. Next thing we got going on. Something I noticed that's been happening is that these companies and there are people in attempt to try and appease the Black Lives Matter movement and try to like get rid of small racist innuendos. They're doing really small things to try to change
They're
it. Like for example,
pacifying us. All we're asking for is that these people be held accountable. Everything else that's happening around us that's fine. That's great. But the one thing that we are asking for, we're not getting. So y'all, they can continue to do what they want, and they can continue to think that it's going to shut us up. But at the end of the day, we just want justice when justice is due. I mean, Breonna Taylor's people have still not been captured. So that's just that. And then I don't know if y'all saw, I just saw another thing when I was in the mix of running through my day. They tasered a paralyzed dude from the chest down. Like he was paralyzed from the chest down. He was trying to tell him that. And then he had just used the bathroom in his catheter or whatever. They pulled him out of the car and it was just the whole thing. I'm like, I don't see how this is still going on in the midst of everything. Like people are still not getting it. No one is still getting it. So until these people are held accountable, it's just not gonna stop. Like that's not doing anything for me. I can't really speak for y'all, but y'all changing these little things and stuff like that. Like Ain't Your Mama has been canceled and all types of stuff. And I'm like, we just want y'all to be held accountable and we just want to be treated equally. That's it. That's all.
Pierce.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think a lot of the small shit they're doing is kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it was like genuinely racist and they change it, I guess that's cool. But yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, the shit that we want done and what we're asking for isn't being done. You know, or it's being done very slowly. You know, but you know, well, I just heard like Netflix or Hulu took off a show of the Golden Girls because they were doing mud masks and it looked like blackface on it. Like no one's checking for the Golden Girls. No one gives a fuck about.
First of all, I like the Golden Girls.
I'm not shitting on the Golden. I'm just saying, like, no one's like. That's not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, you got all these companies doing this, or we'll change the Aunt Jemima and this and that. Cool. What about fixing the injustices? You know what I'm saying? What about
arresting these people who are steady out here killing black people?
Exactly. Like you're doing everything but what we're asking, and then you're thinking that we're gonna be like, oh, thank you so much for hearing our plea. Like, no, you're not hearing our pleas. You're just trying to make it look like you're doing things to help when you're doing the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? You want to look good, but you don't want to hurt your money type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just fucking bullshit at the end of the day. And I hope people aren't looking at this as like, oh, yes, change is happening. Because, I mean, like, things are changing, but not the right things are changing, you know? And if we sit back and we're just become complacent and happy with what's happening, then the big changes aren't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep pushing and got to keep, disrupting. We got to keep, getting our voices heard, because they're just they won't change until it's literally we're forcing to, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like if they really willingly wanted to change, they would have changed in the 60s when the civil rights movement was going on. We had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They would have changed in the 90s when they had the Rodney King right. You know what I'm saying? They would have changed when Michael Brown but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So now we kind of almost damn near got to force them to change, because if we expect them to do it on their own accounts, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They've proven it to us time and time again type shit, so these little changes here and there of a brand name or, changing the episode, like, no, okay, cool. That's not helping us at all. I could still go out and get shot by the cops tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, changing that fucking episode isn't helping me at all. It's making you feel good. It's making them feel like they're doing something, And
I'm happy you feel good, but what about the rest of us?
Exactly.
Not doing it for us.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's just bullshit. Do the thing, change real shit. Don't change a fucking, character on a fucking bottle of syrup. Like, I don't really give a fuck about that, to be honest with you. I don't know many people who do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could easily stop buying.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you're sitting here saying, "Oh, we'll change this." Like, all right, thanks, I guess. Like, I don't know how am I supposed to respond to that? Am I supposed to be so grateful that you changed that? No, because I don't really give a fuck about that. So I think it's bullshit, to be honest with you.
I thoroughly agree. Like, I know a realtor in Texas changed the name for a bedroom from master bedroom to something else. Like, took the name out of it because I feel like,
who cares? It's still the master bedroom. Like, regardless, that's not unimportant. It's irrelevant.
This is what I think. I think that they're doing these things in an event to prevent future cancellation. Because no one's really.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I feel like they're doing these things in an event to prevent any future type of cancellation. So that way they're doing these things now, and these small little possible microaggressions, or could we take it as microaggressions? They're doing it now so that they can be like, oh, well, they can't cancel us in 5 years when they find this out, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is.
Possibly. I mean, that may be a way of thinking for them for sure. I mean, I'm sure it's been brought up, when they're talking about it. I wouldn't be surprised. I saw this was online somewhere, and this is not how I'm not saying this is how I feel, but it was just kind of interesting. It was like all these like small minor changes that are just kind of, that you see them and they're just kind of like, what? That's kind of ridiculous. They're doing that to make the demands of what the protesters really do want seem that much more kind of stupid, because then people are going to be like, oh, well, they want all these things changed. They want the Aunt Jemima change. They want this and this change. So they're going to dismiss what we really want as change as kind of just dumb and pointless. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm not saying that's true, but I mean, I could see that happening. Because everybody knows that there's always some shit going on, of people, big agencies or governments conspiring against the people to make their shit seem, not as important. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to dumb down the actual wants and needs of the people to make it seem like it's almost meaningless. You know what I'm saying? So people stop supporting the movement. But I'm hoping that, not even hoping, I know that people are smarter than that, and can see past the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Can see past the Democrats and the Republicans fight, because the Democrats love making it seem like they're always for the people when it's bullshit. Neither side, I feel like, is really for the people. Because if they really were for the people, then shit would be different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, they're really just for themselves. And they want to win for the party. They can give a fuck about the lives that it's affecting. I mean, it's fucking stupid. I mean, I personally, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have. I probably still would have bought Aunt Jemima if the name wasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? That's just the syrup.
I'm still gonna buy it. I don't give
I'm saying? That's just. I didn't even think anything of it. It was just syrup to me. And I guess looking back on it, yeah, okay, I could understand why the name and why they would change it, but like that wasn't affecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not hindering my life at all. That's not putting my life in danger at all. So that's not what's really important for me to be changed right now. So when you're telling me that you change these things, it's like, all right, like I don't really care if you did, because that doesn't affect me at all. It makes, like I said, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you did something, but you're not really helping the cause at the end of the day.
At all. And I think that this is going to not divide us, but it's going to show a line as to who's really about the movement, who's really paying attention, and who's not. Because certain people are going to take that surface level shit and be like, oh, okay, great. Like, that's so amazing. Thank you. But the other people are going to do the research to look behind the scenes to be like, all right, like, let's get the fuck to it. What's actually going to change, and not this bullshit you're giving us on the surface. So I think that they're nice gestures. They're good ideas. But this also just reminds us, I feel like, to stay focused. And it does show you, I guess, how things could be taken and how microaggressions could have been, because I can't sit here and tell you that I would have known the origins of Aunt Jemima. I couldn't tell you. I would have sit here and known the
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima, thank you, bro. I can't sit here and say I would have known the origins of Aunt Jemima prior to that. So it's a good history lesson, but when you sit here and try to make everything perfect and analyze every little thing and make everything up to par, you're going to end up not having fun in life. You're going to take everything. You're going to take the joy out of everything. Like, that's the best syrup on the market, hands down. So you think I'm going to stop eating that syrup because of that, for something that was years ago, when I know where my heart, I know where my support's at? But then if I'm using that syrup, are you going to say I don't support the movement and call me Uncle Tom and shit? Like, there's too much going on. People worry about the wrong things. They need to be more worried about making sure that they're making the change that needs to happen in our local communities and voting in the elections. Period.
Yep.
So, all right, I'm ready to move on from that. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. NBA return.
Nothing.
How do we feel about the turn of the NBA?
I mean, it's cool, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like they could have just waited. I still think they could have there's just no point in bringing it back and having this mock playoff type of situation. It just seems forced. And now, yeah, I'm hearing the hella players are getting, they're now they got this person's COVID, this person has COVID, this person's sitting out. So it's like you're not even having all the NBA players play. You don't have all the teams in. It's just not this it's money. You know what I'm saying? I can tell they're doing it because of money. They're not doing it because the people want this. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course I want to watch basketball and I'm gonna watch it. But if they were to tell me like, no, we're not going to have a season this, or finish out the season just out of safety reasons. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm not as much as I want to see it. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But now it just seems so forced and so just pushed. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, man. There's probably going to be so many players that have COVID that don't even realize it. And then what happens if it starts spreading throughout the little compound they're going to be at? Are they going to like it just. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather it. I feel like it would just make more sense for them just to be like, nah, like we're just gonna, put this one in the books. This one's done, and we'll start next season type shit.
Yeah, like you ever try to like schedule to go do something, but 18 different things get in the way, and you're sitting there and your gut's telling you to cancel it because so many different things are happening. You could possibly force it to make it work, but because so many things are happening, there's so many little steps in the way. You're just like, is this really worth all that effort? That's how I feel about this. All this effort is being put in. These schedules are made. These flights. These players are going to be working out. They're not going to be able to see their families. Doing all this, I feel like just for a fail. I think what's going to happen is they're going to get down there. They're going to start playing. Someone's going to test positive. And then once one person gets it in, because they're all in one confined space, literally a resort, since they're all in one place, what's going to happen is that then everyone's going to get it. And then once the whole team gets it, I guarantee you the CDC or whomever is going to be like, yeah, we got to pull the plug because this shit's not going to work. It's spreading the virus. It's literally the opposite of social distancing. Literally the opposite because you're putting hundreds of people in one place. And I think that it's counterproductive. It's money hungry and that it's going to tank the season. And they're talking about possibly having a lockout because of the lack of money. And maybe there's a deeper reason to this. Maybe the reason why they want to play is so that there won't be a lockout. I don't know. But they have to find a better way to manage that. They got to find a way to do something with all this money that's about to be lost. You know what I'm saying? Because money can't be made. They're not going to make as much money because no fans are going to be there. So it's going to be no tickets. No ticket sales.
The only people that I'm worried about making the money is the employees that work at the stadiums.
Right.
The NBA players make more than enough money. Even the lowest paid NBA player is making way more money than I am. And if they're even somewhat smart about the money, they shouldn't just be going crazy dead broke. You know what I'm saying? So like them and talking about money and like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're making millions of dollars a year type shit and you're going to sit here and you want more money while we got 40 million plus people that don't have anything at all. And you're complaining like, bro, how privileged are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you hear yourself type shit? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. If it is about money, like I'm not surprised about it at all. But like I said, the only people that I should really be focused on getting money when it comes to the NBA are the employees that are no longer working because of COVID, not the NBA players who make tens of millions of dollars a year. Like, come on, man. I don't know. So sometimes you just miss out on money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's a smart decision. We're still in the middle of a pandemic type. You know what I mean? Still in the middle of it. I feel like a lot of people kind of just have forgotten that, because it's nice outside. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I haven't gone places. Of course I've gone places. Everyone's gone somewhere type, but I mean, just sometimes you just got to take the L. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth putting lives at risk and all this stuff just to run a couple more games on TV so people can watch so you can make a couple more dollars, Like, I think they'll be okay in the long run. I mean, it's not like they're not a multi-billion-dollar industry, so I don't know, man. I mean, all this money talk is just kind of like, who are you really talking to, like, because it's not like everyone else is working and these NBA players are, struggling to make ends meet. No, it's actually the complete opposite. There's 40 million plus people who aren't working, struggling to make ends meet, and then these players are sitting here complaining about money, or these NBA execs are complaining about money. The owners are complaining about money, and this is like, what are you talking about right now? Like, can you focus on something that's a little bit more important? So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it, but there's definitely more things that could have been done. You know, I don't need to see the NBA this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if a superstar gets sick, and not just like the type, you know, not just the type to just go, oh, I'm sick and then I'm good. Like, because obviously people are dying from this. So what if a superstar does get sick and gets very sick? You know what I'm saying? You know how shitty the NBA would feel. You know, so it's like, I mean, at what point is it worth putting lives at risk to get it, you know, to shoot a basketball in a hoop, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree with you 100%. So I do hope it all works out. I hope everyone is safe. But
of course. I would. I mean,
at one point in time, you throw in the towel, because then you have to think about these guys got to go home to their families. Some people are going to see their kids, and on top of that, from a competitive standpoint, this championship not going to really count to me, because you got certain players who aren't even playing. They're choosing not to play, and I'll keep it a buck with you, bro. I'll probably choose to opt out myself. I get that you got a family, that this is what you do, you have money to make, but if I have the bread to sit out the rest of the season and be with my family and take care of them, I would definitely do it. Like, come on now, man. You got people you got to wonder about. And there are people who live with other people who may have conditions, may have whatever, that wouldn't be able to handle COVID at all. And I really do feel like, because of that a lot of players are going to sit out, and that a lot of people are going to change their mind. And then you have the stance of Kyrie Irving that he took, that this season could be a distraction. So there's so much. I'm glad all these discussions are happening, because people are thinking, people are moving, and I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I definitely wish that they will sit the rest of the season out. I don't think it's a good move.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense, man. I mean, if other things aren't open up, you know, like, or aren't open, if the whole country isn't opened, you know, and now you can start going to, like, because I just heard, like, Miami, like Florida, there's gonna be like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and somebody else is gonna close their beaches down for July 4th, so to kind of stop the spread of cases. I mean, you still got that shit going on. You still, like, stores are still closing early. You still can't go into all restaurants. So if you still can't live life normally, then why are you gonna sit here and put a bunch of people in one area and then force them to play a contact sport, you know, and hope nobody gets sick? You know what I'm? It's like, this doesn't make, and because people are already sick, like, it doesn't make any sense, you know. So, like, what? I don't know. It just seems so forced. And it's like, yo, like, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta take. There's bigger things than basketball, you know. And granted, I probably will watch it because I do miss basketball, but there, you know, that wasn't the first thing in my mind. It's like, man, I can't wait for basketball to come back. Like, I need basketball. I was like, no, man, that's not what it was, you know, especially in this time, at least, and what's going on. This is really not the time. Now, they may like use it to kind of bring awareness to something. Possibly, I heard that they'll be able to put like names on their jerseys instead of their last names to kind of bring make people aware of like various like social injustices. I mean, I guess that's cool, you know, but I mean, that doesn't really do much, you know. But I'm sure there's something in place. Like, I would hope there's at least something in place to kind of not just make it about basketball, you know, because like I said, there's just more important things going on right now in America and in the world as a whole, you know. So,
Definitely. Vontrell, you got any thoughts?
No, it wasn't like I was ever watching sports anyway, so no. I mean, and it's like y'all said, it's definitely a pool for them to make money because no one is making money right now. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's looking at it, but other than that, no, I don't have anything else to say. Otherwise, it could have waited, but then again, I was never a person to be watching sports, so.
Gotcha. All right. Now we can move to music. Since you're
I'm super thirsty about music. So as you all know, I've actually been going back and forth between a few albums. So I made a playlist and I put 4 albums on the playlist, and then in between it's singles. So of course I've been listening to City on Lock, period. And then I've been listening to Ungodly Hour. I've also been listening to what's that other one? The Album. and then Chromatica, Gaga, and then the singles in between the albums. So the way it goes to album, then a single, then an album, then a single. So of course, I've Megan, she dropped her project on Friday, Girls in the Hood. That's a banger. It's pretty lit. And then Beyonce also dropped a single on, what was it, like a week or two ago? So that's in between. And I'm super excited because, I'm on my friend's Disney Plus account and she got her visual album on Disney Plus July 31st. So I will be tuned in and turned up because I'm just excited. Like, I'm just excited about music in general. And I feel like this has been so far a really great year in music. So
Let's start out slow.
I'm excited. Like, I'm excited for this B. I'm already overwhelmed with all the new music that I've been listening to between Gaga, Chloe and Halle, and City Girls, and Teyana Taylor. So, I'm just doing it. And also been listening to Sweetie too. I like her song Happen. It's a banger. Anything that I can shake my ass to right now, that's what I'm listening to.
I feel you. I don't know if you saw this. Well, I'm trying to. No, you're not really on Twitter like that. But Nicki Minaj tweeted PF2, and I guess that's Pink Friday too.
Period. Look, I don't need any more new music from my fans because I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know how to act. City Girl's been having me in trouble all week. I've been running through these dudes like y'all have no idea. So if Nicki drop, I'm gonna be on another level. Like, it's just another level. Like, I didn't see that. This is my first time hearing that, which I was the last person you should have just told that because I already don't know how to act. And now I'm really not gonna know how to act. And then you know what? With everything going on, and I know I shouldn't bring it up because her fans is like crazy with it. But Rihanna was supposed to drop music this year too. So we still might get that sometime this year. I mean, we got 6 months left in this year. So we'll see. But otherwise, I'm completely satisfied musically right now. And I'm gonna be even more satisfied July 31st. Cause Black is King dropped. That's the name of Beyonce's album. And I don't know if you guys saw the snippet. I think I sent it to y'all in the group chat. But the preview for it just looked like it's gonna be a banger, and I can't wait because it looked like she having fun. And when they having fun in the booth on the studio, we have fun listening to the track. So I'm just excited. I'm really excited.
Good deal. I've been listening to Pierce. You actually put this in the chat. The IDK and Friends too.
Yes.
Damn, did I steal one of yours? I felt like I low-key stole it. My bad.
I was gonna mention it, but it's cool.
Yeah, that shit is full of bangers. Mazel Tov, Square Up, and where is it at? End of discussion. No, Bulletproof. Hard. Super hard. All nothing but bangers. Goody put out a project. Demos Volume 2 is a really good project. Cycle featuring Flex is crazy. Flex kills like I haven't heard a bad Flex verse all year, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, man. Flex is nice, man.
Like, that man really don't miss at all. Let's go with what else we got. City Girls, pretty decent. My favorite thing on there is probably City on Lock featuring Lil Durk. That shit is hard. And to be honest with you, City Girls project, it's 15 songs long, so it's a little longer.
It doesn't feel like it's long though. Like
exactly.
When I'm listening to it's just needed. I mean, if you think about it, it's been like 2 years since they dropped their thing. I mean, JT went to jail, Young Miami had a baby, and then on top of that, they didn't like their last project. They liked their mixtape, which was Period, which went way harder than Girl Code, which I do agree. But City on Lock definitely makes up for all of that. Like, it's a banger. Rodeo is my favorite joint on there, and then the first song on there too, Enough and Better, because bitch don't make me put my wig in a rubber band. Like, I want all that ratchet shit. So it's important for me.
I'm still bumping Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs, and I've really been on a Benny the Butcher kick lately, man.
You have?
Yeah, Tana Talk 3. His tiny desk was fire. So the tiny desk he did when he did Rubber Bands and Wait from Home, which is crazy. You guys should go check that out. I watched that and I'm just like, that's crazy. So I went on like Benny the Butcher binge, bro. And I kid you not, I went through Tana Talk 3. My goodness, dude just don't miss. Like, and even watching him perform these words it's even better. Benny the Butcher and the plugs I met. 18 Wheeler is definitely probably my favorite song off that project. And Crowns for Kings.
Man, bro, that whole project was just so cold, bro. The whole thing was just like, damn.
Oh my god, bro. Like, if they were, they're in their own lane though. That's why I like Griselda. They're not pushed mainstream per se. They're not considered mainstream rap artists. They definitely have their thing that they do, and they do it best. That gritty street drug rap, luxury rap type shit. Like they do that the best right now. Nobody's doing it like they are at all.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Like they've definitely brought back that just old school vibe about it's just bars. You know what I'm saying? Like then that's just what it is. They're just coming, bringing bars and just talking about that drug game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice to hear. You know, so it's not to say it's because I feel like there's so much music that's coming out now, and it just sounds so similar. You know, and every artist is just trying to just repeat the process, and it's just like, can you just give me something? And even that, like their sound isn't, I feel like their sound isn't new, but it is new, you know, like it's reminiscent of like the old days, but it still has their own little flavor to it, which just makes it so much more like interesting. And it's nice just because I'm just glad it's not another rapper just trying to be hype and get turned and, you know, all this. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like I can listen to this 10 of those songs that give me the same feeling, you know, that talk about the same shit. At least give me something else. And, you know, so I really fuck with that. I really fuck with their beat selection too.
Yes.
Especially like, bro, West Side's beat selection, bro, it's just so like full. Like every it's just like I can listen to the beats by itself and I'm just like, damn, like this is just like crazy, you know. So I don't know. I just really like what they're doing, and they're just gonna be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, man. I mean, they're already gonna be I'm just looking forward to them just blowing up even bigger than they are now. You know, like I don't know how mainstream they're gonna get because of the shit that they talk about, you know. But I mean, I already know all the rappers respect them, you know, and they're gonna be able to get features on all types of shits. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be there, bro. They're gonna be there for a while.
I agree, and honestly, when the world open back up, bro, we have to go to like a Benny the Blitz. We got to go to a Brazil concert.
I'll be down.
I don't care how many niggas is shooting dice, whatever, bro. I don't care. We gotta go. We gotta go to one. No questions asked. So, all right. New music. It's your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. All right. Well, you know, the whole IDK and Friends, I think it was cold. 6-piece hot by Black.
Man, I ain't gonna check that out yet.
Yeah, that's definitely super smooth, man. Other stuff. I mean, I guess The Imperfect Storm. I think I sent you that by Wale.
Yes.
EP.
Nice.
Yeah, super nice, bro. Like I really fucked with that. I've been listening to that all week. This is an alternative album, but it's called Color Theory by Soccer.
Yeah, I never got to. Is that the one you texted me or put in the chat?
Possibly. I have no idea, but I don't know. It's nothing like what we've just been talking about. Like, there's no relation between this girl and Benny the Butcher whatsoever. But I don't know, man. I fuck with it, man. It's just good music at the end of the day, you know. So I've been listening to that a lot. What else have I been listening to? I'm trying to find like new shit, not just a bunch of old shit I've added.
Yeah, because I've been listening to a lot of Grip lately too, and I've really been trying to fall off that because I've literally been banging Grip nonstop. Nothing against Grip, but I'm just trying to listen to something different at this point in time. Especially when we talk about it here, I can't just talk about the shit. And I think I already talked about how I play Grip, but he's definitely been in rotation. He's pretty much one of my favorite rappers right now. In all honesty, yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite rappers. I really like his delivery. The beat selection on Cash is crazy. And if you guys ever hear Snub Nose, the storytelling and imagery is like way better. I would suggest everyone go check that out. I know you have. I meant to our people. You know?
Oh yeah, check it out.
All 10 of y'all, we fuck with y'all. I was gonna do some throwbacks. I know if you noticed, Pierre sent you R. Kelly. I just remember you put me on R. Kelly because when it came out, what year did that song come out? Let me see. That song came out in 2013. I remember it was like the summertime or something. You came over and you played on YouTube. You were like banging it. I'm like, what is this hard ass shit? R. Kelly was like amazing. Doughboy Cash Out, with Young Jeezy and Pusha T. That song is never gonna get old. You had put something. You had texted me a link about some music. It was super different. I forget what it was. But anyway, whatever.
Great.
Yep. All right. Is that everything for new music?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Graffiti by Digital Planets.
Oh, yeah. Diggable Planets?
Yeah.
What about it?
You put in the chat. I don't know if you listened to that lately or not.
Oh, I mean, that's not new whatsoever. That's old as fuck. But yeah, bro, I fuck with that. That's super smooth, bro. It's just that chill shit.
Bet it up. I love it. You know what I'm getting into? I'm getting into Tame Impala.
Tame Impala is nice, man.
I'm really getting into them like hard. Super hard. Just I'm trying to expand myself outside of rap. Like I listen to a lot of rap. I'm doing my homework on a lot of rap too. A lot of R&B stuff I may have missed because I always haven't been the best music listener. But now it's time to step out. So
yeah, man, you got to expand your horizon sometimes. Just go into. So for me, sometimes I'll go in the genres section on Apple, and I'll just click on one, and I'll just be like, what's the hottest song in this genre right now? What are people listening to that listen to this? Because you really never know what you can find just by listening to music. You never know what new artists you can find. You never know what stories you can hear. You really never know. So it's just like, man.
And I know it doesn't sound like it over here because it sounds like I'm listening to the same thing, which I am right now. But just know it's nothing but range over here. Your man's over there already know.
Yeah. I don't get how people can
so petty.
not listen to other music, man. Like you
put just when I'm in the mood to hear something specifically, that's what I'm gonna listen to. That's
of course. I'm not
like I definitely got range. Like we go back to the late early '60s over here, maybe even further. I'm not sure yet, but there is no limits over here in my library, and I absolutely love it. So
that's good. That's good to hear. So, all right, guys, that's all we pretty much got for today. Unless you guys got anything else.
No, man.
Hang it up.
That's it.
So social media is my boy.
For me, it's pbugs pb00gs on Instagram, on Apple Music. I guess Pierce Anderson on Facebook, if you really use Facebook like that. And Snapchat too. pbugs on Snapchat, pb00gs. Find me, add me.
Period.
My friend.
Don't forget that Apple Music either.
Don't forget the Apple Music. God damn it.
For sure, Vontrell.
Y'all already know it's Vontrellduh on all platforms: Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I'm most active on Twitter. I'm most active on Snapchat and Instagram. If you want me on Facebook, it's Vontrell Williams. That's full government. Otherwise, it's Vontrellduh. You already know what it is.
All right, guys. Of course, ISD and School Detention on all platforms. First and foremost, check us out on YouTube, on all your podcast platforms. We're on Spotify. I know people are big on titles for whatever reason, but we on Spotify. We are going to be on SoundCloud pretty soon. That's going to take a long time. I have to take each of our individual episodes, upload to SoundCloud, but that's okay. We're going to be on SoundCloud. And Devonn Overstreet, Devonn Allen on Instagram, and DStreets815 on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week, and please be safe.
Peace.